So these are the golden maple needle brushes. These were sent to me by this company to try out. They're watercolor brushes. They are, well, they say they're sable. I'm not sure if they are. I'm going to say maybe. So they come in 4 sizes. We got, let's find the other one. We've got a number 18, a number 12, and number 8, and this tiny number 4. So if you're familiar with rigger brushes, they normally have they're just long skinny brushes to use for fine line work. The benefit of these is that they hold a lot here in the belly. When they're wet, they soak up a lot of paint, and that paint gets transferred down. So I thought we might play around with this a little bit. We'll see how it works. I've got a practice sheet of paper here. This is just a sheet of Canson that I use for something else, but we're going to work on the back of it today. Now let me get out some color and we'll see how they work. This will be a good opportunity to use up some colors that I don't really like. So I'm going to use this purple color. So what I'm going to do is get a lot of color in here. You can see how it's just soaking it up. And we're just going to make really thin lines like this. You can also make thicker lines like this. And this is a little watered down. You can also probably do some sort of like line washes through there. I think this could be really fun for making landscapes, like as far as putting in smaller layers of wash. The thing I like them, but the thing I don't like how this tip is at the end if you're trying to use it for a wash. But I think you can get around that, like do something like that. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Making 2 lines. I do think that you could, if you wanted to, we could soak up that purple there. And what if you could also bring in a secondary color on the tip. So then you would have 2 colors. Oh, that didn't really work very well. Let me get more of that color on there. So you could have 2 colors and kind of use it like that, which is very interesting, I think. I think we can make some interesting things with that. I do have a regular rigger brush. Now, I did cut this down a little bit, so it's not a proper one. But let's see how it compares with this one. Let's see what the line difference is. Okay, so this is the traditional rigger brush. We're just going to draw out some lines. We'll see what the difference is. Makes very nice lines, but you can see that it dries out pretty quickly. Okay. Here we have the smaller rigger. And it's about the same, but the difference is that you can make these fatter lines. Now, I did cut that one down, so maybe that makes a huge difference. But I think that if you were using these, a lot of people use them to make grasses and things like that. I think you could probably wouldn't have to load your brush up nearly as much. I'm not going to go through all of the brushes because, you know, they're pretty much the same. There's different thicknesses. And I'll probably be using that fat one quite often. Okay, let's make something. So I think today we're going to start off on the Bahong paper. This is a pad. So I'm going to use this Derwent Tinted Charcoal Driftwood. Got it a little wet. Because you guys know how much I love these charcoals. I love them. Like, I'm probably going to have to order another set here soon because I'm using them so often. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful marks. Beautiful. Let's make it. make some hilly areas like through here. I'm going to come back in with my palette knife a little bit. Just to make some more dynamic marks through here. I think we're going to be using this watercolor set because I'm loving it. And then some other paints that I have over here on my palette. Indigo, some blacks. Those are all schminke colors. So which brush should we start with? I think we should start with the big one, right? What color? Okay, so I have put some of the indigo from that handmade set in here. And we're gonna fill up this brush. I'm trying to decide if I should put some water down here. Maybe, just to kind of give it something to, yeah, let's do that. Let's spray it a little bit. A little spray. Find a stiff brush here. Don't want too much. What is that color doing on there? Okay. That should be good. All right, let's do some painting. What I don't want to happen is I don't want it to make me very tight. So that's going to be an interesting challenge. Let's do our little, oh, that's really cool. I'm liking it, guys. I'm liking it. We could do some marks through there. Let's put our lines in. And I'm probably not using, from what I've seen, like everybody who's using them is making flowers. We're not really about flowers over here. So that might be a difference, but we're going to still have a good play. I do think I want to add some sanguine to that, so let me get some of that out. Some sanguine right through here. And let it blend together and do its thing. I think that's all I want. I might want to add a little bit more of that darker blue. The thing that I kind of like about this brush is that because of this thin tip, especially on this big brush, it's really easy to add just a little bit of paint into it without it getting, you know, big swaths of color. Well, that's very dramatic. I love it. Okay. Now let's think what we're going to do down here. I think I want to add some crayon marks. I've really been grooving on those lately. And I kind of want a lot of them. Let's put some. This is always fun because I never remember where I put the lines. Let's put some through there too. Okay. I think for this one we're going to use, spray these down a little bit. I'm going to use a little bit of this ochre color right there. Continue with this bigger brush. This would probably be a lot easier if they weren't in pans. The pans aren't really, I guess I could use a different brush. Oh, I got a little green in there, or a little blue. Okay, we're going to go with that. I'm okay with that. Let's just use the tip part of it. So I'm just putting it over here on my other palette. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, I just kind of want to bring start with a skinny line. Make it fatter. I really like that. I really like that. I want more of that. I think I want to, let's add some brown to it. Some of that brown color. Make just a little different color because I kind of want to sweep it like this. Yeah, this is kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of grooving on it. Oh crap, I forgot to mark off the paper again. Oh well. It is what it is. I'm gonna have to cut a mat that fits this paper because I don't like cutting it off as much as I normally do. I really like all of that. So, I think I want some more orange and then sky. Let's get out the smaller brush. Get a little bit more of that sanguine. So one thing I've been learning is that we can wet down our skies again. We can re-wet. We tend to get better blending. I just wanted that to be a little bit more dramatic. Yeah, like that. Just a skosh more dramatic. Should I bring some down here? Should I bring some of that? I think I should bring some of that sanguine down here. Let's just put some through here. Gonna have to think about how we're using this brush. I like these little, I'm usually not a delicate line girl, but I kind of like these really subtle lines that we can make. You guys know how much I love a line. That's why I was really excited to get these. I think I want a little bit of that indigo, maybe just like right through here. Almost like a dry brush through here. Kind of like that. And I might put some down here at the bottom. It's really delicate right now. I'm still trying to experiment with how much I can do. We could be a bit bolder with it. If we did something like that. Kind of mimic that line. Ooh, that's really cool. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Okay, let's let all this dry, and then we'll come back and figure out what else we're going to do. Okay, we're going to come in with some of that Titan Buff. I kind of like the white going through there, but what if we put some down here? I feel like I'm being too dainty with everything right now. I'm not usually this dainty, as you all know. I kind of want to put like a line coming this way. These paints are fabulous, by the way, as you can tell, because I keep using them. Okay, I don't like what happened here. Let's take some of that away. I want that black line to stay in there pretty much. I may want to do more of this charcoal or this gray color. Titan Buff. The Titan Buff is very similar to that color there. That's very strange. Okay, let's put some marks. Let's come back in and put some marks through here. Let some of that color underneath show through. Textures. Okay. Okay, I've mixed up a little bit of this red maroon color with the brown. And I'm going to put some of that through here at the bottom. Okay, those are fun marks. I like that I like how it made these sort of patterns. That's really cool. I don't remember how I did that. I'm gonna add a bit of this up here. The red is very textured. I might just add in just some actual red. Without the brown. I'm liking that. Oh, I like it with the sanguine. I think we need more sanguine. Love this. Love how that turned out. I think I'm going to need some texture going through there with some charcoal. Let's get out some more sanguine. Loving these marks. Ooh. And then there was that. Okay, those marks are fun. I don't know if I want too many of those though. Okay, let's put a little bit of water through here so we can add some marks. Charcoal. Let's need some texture through here. I want to bring it up a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I think I just want to bring it through here, and I think we need some of that lavender. Oh, that was still wet. You can kind of see the brush marks through there. Not ideal. Yeah, there was some water there from when I put down too much with a paintbrush. That's way too much. I don't like that. We'll just dab it away. I had way too much water there. Let's try that again. The water was pooling up and not doing what it was supposed to be doing. Okay. I'm gonna give this a quick little spritz. It's too much, but I'm in an over day today. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm all hyped up. I think it might have been all that coffee I drank earlier. Yeah, that's way too much water. I maybe don't hate it. I don't know. Let's see if we can make it make more sense. little bit more of that raw umber through there. Makes a little bit more sense to me. It's still a lot of water. I'm going to leave it and let's just see what happens. Okay, I'm looking at this and I love this part. And I really like that part. And what if we just kind of went for it over here? Yeah, that's kind of nice. Yeah, I like that. It was just looking a little sad. I don't know how else to describe it. Let's put some of these like little sanguine lines through here. Just needed a little, does it need more? Don't know, maybe. We add more. It's such a fun color. And the sanguine color is one of the Schmincke Naturals colors, but it's a little different than some of the other ones. It doesn't react nearly as wonky. Like it doesn't have that sort of slippery feel to it. The other ones do. So that's an interesting difference. Okay, so I'm going to dry this a little bit right here. And I think we might make some marks with oil pastels. So here I've got my Lyra Aquacolor. We're going to do these today. This is called Dark Sepia. Thought it might be nicer than just straight up black. I haven't really used any black in this piece. Remember, we have the dark, whatever color that was. That was the, wasn't the natural. What was it? It was one of these. I don't remember which one. Oh, it was this one, the Driftwood, which was sort of a brown, a dark brown. So I kind of want to stay in that feeling. You do have to press a little harder with the Lyras, which is not a bad thing. Okay, let me get my palette knife. I want to bring some lines this way. That doesn't seem to be working at all. Why are they so thin? There we go. They're just being picky. Maybe that's, it feels dry to me. Let's get out our, sometimes we can get better pressure with the skewer than we can. I'm kind of just wanting these to be a little bit more wispy rather than straight on. That's interesting. Let's put a few over here. I like these wispy marks. I think I'm gonna put some more color down here. Okay. And this is just a good way to get thin marks. I use this all the time. It's kind of become my go-to mark making. I think that's probably enough. I like this white line coming through here. Yeah, I think we might be done. I don't, well, maybe I want to do, I don't usually put lines in, oh, I am just having a day today. Kind of bring it around. Okay, I think we're done with this one. I'm going to put a mat on it, even though I would probably like a bigger mat. But let's just see how it's going to look with the mat. Okay, so this is all the way to the left. I'm going to let you guys vote on this. This is all the way to the left with this part. This is pretty much in the middle. Oh, maybe a little bit. I'd probably go a little bit. Oh, that's pretty much in the middle right there. So let me get some of this bits. It doesn't really matter so much down here. And we get more of that swoopy sky. And this is all the way to the right. So which one do you guys like? Ooh, this is a tough one. I don't know. Let's see. I think for me, this is the way I would choose, just because I really love this part here, but I love the drama of the sky and the wispy bits. And if we go over here, we still get the wispy bits and the sky. My choice would be to probably cut a bigger mat. But let's look at it now. We'll just full on. I love this bit. I love the brushes. I think the brushes made some unique marks. And a real challenge to be able to get marks. Like, I love these marks down here. I thought those were fabulous. I like being able to scrape back in. I love the sky. Actually, this sky bark that we made up here was really nice too with those brushes. And then, yeah, I like the wispy bits. I like the crayon resist. Yeah, overall, very happy with this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you use these brushes or would you not? They did give me a coupon code. So I will leave the link down below with the coupon code. If you use the code BAKER at checkout, you're going to get 20% off if you order anything on their website. So I'm going to leave their website below. I'll leave it in the description and put a comment. So you guys can go check it out and see if it's something you want to buy. Overall, very happy with these. We'll see how they hold up over time. But yeah, fun little brushes to try. Do you need them? Probably not. Do you want them? Maybe. I don't know. So yeah, that's all I got for you today. I will be back probably on Monday with another video. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. We'll see how the weekend goes. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.